One sec.
The darkness is beautiful. You know, it's so funny how we're taught to be afraid of the darkness. Because also, people who are up to no good want to do things in the darkness, whether it's to hide what they're doing, or it's to jump out at you in the darkness because you can't see them, that kind of thing. But when we really look at the darkness of nature, and I had such a fear of the darkness. And when I was living in Washington, and we had a retreat center there, this was after I had left San Diego and the television ministry. So then this one night there was no moon, and I was by myself. And in the woods, I had a log house, lived in the woods here. Well, we had a trail that went all around through the woods and down, and maybe, I guess I could say it might have been a mile, though, if you go the whole walkway, I guess, around. Something like that, maybe less, but probably a mile. So anyway, I took my two dogs, Haji, a big, beautiful golden retriever, and Angel, she was a Cocker Spaniel, little people with me. And I went to, I'm all by myself out here in the big forest. And I take off all my clothes. And I walk naked in the dark. And my bare feet are the only, how I know to stay on the path, because then I would fall, and I did fall a few times into the brambles, into the bushes. But tuning into my feet, and this was like part of the process that we did. We also had, I remember I had a goddess retreat, and so all the ladies that were there, they got to this point that they then took off their clothes in the dark or sort of, and we went into the woods on the paths, but every little noise, you know, it's like so afraid of these little sounds of little teeny animals that are scared of us, or a little bird, or but not being able to really tune in to the divine magic, the divinity, and divining the real sounds, the vibrations, the feelings of nature. And so this time, part of my process of coming back to myself in relationship with the earth, in this body, and relationship with the earth, and also in relationship with the divine being who is the earth, who has that form or particular consciousness. But yes, just like we are not the form, but we are that consciousness that is our creativity in that sense. So anyway, this knowing that darkness is good, it was so cool because my dogs were just great. They were there, of course, and walking that path, step by step, listening, sensing. And there's bears up there. There were mountain lions. There were critters. But it was great. And the different times that I've done that, being in the jungle, you know, like in the Amazon, and I just swam with the piranhas because that was one of my fears. But they said they weren't hungry that day, which was nice. But listening to the sounds in the jungle, you know, and then people go to Disneyland. Why don't you go to the real thing? But the sense of the darkness. And then people are afraid of going into themselves, into the darkness, even in their own meditation. One time I got in a cave. It was like a dugout thing, kind of a thing, in Hawaii, in Maui, when I did retreats there. And you go into this cave, and then there'd be a blanket over the door, pitch black in the earth. Yeah, it's like, whoa. It was scary a little bit, because maybe there was a worm in there. I know, it's like our fear of nature. And so then in this fear of the darkness, we keep wanting to go to the light. And then we get stuck in the battle of the light and the dark. When, let's look at what the real darkness is. The mother is the womb. It is the source. It is creativity. And I have been to a center like that, but it was dark blue. And the greatest love you could ever imagine in being. And it was darkness. So in part of our divination and tuning in, yes, get in touch with the darkness and the sound and the beauty and the love and nothing to fear. Yeah.
And that was excellent.